everybody. So today we are going to talk about the price prediction for Zora for 2025. So we're going to hop straight into this. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. But take a look at these charts here. Right now, we are up in the last 3 months, 695% inside of Zora. But if you look at the last 24 hours, we are down 16%. And in the last 7 days, we're down 9.5%. And in the last 14, 26%. In the last 30 days, 6.2%. So Zora has been having a massive pullback here. And also, if you think about it, the whole overall market is pulling back right now. So it's not that Zora is some type of bad project and it's just pulling back. It's just kind of pulling back more than everything else because it kind of pumps more than everything else in the same time period. So if you actually look at this, like Zora did massive numbers. If you just look in the last 3 months with it being up 695%, like that is actually crazy. So it's pulling back a lot more than all these other projects. So that's why you're seeing, what's happening to Zora right now happen. So you are seeing 16% inside of 24 hours because of the massive pumps that we had, right? And at the peak here, Zora got all the way up to 14 cents. So 0.1456. So we got all the way up to 14 cents here at the all-time high. My target price for Zora for a good little minute now has been 20 cents. That's not my 2025 bull run prediction. I think we're going to get far beyond that. But in the short term, I do believe we can see 200%. So, and that's a 200% gain going up to 20 cents from 6 cents. So that's what we're really looking at right now. So that's pretty bullish. I'm going to do a whole deep dive on this. So stick around to the end of the video. But yeah, like I was saying here, like we probably are going to end up coming down a little bit more inside of Zora. Okay. So first thing we're going to talk about here is going to be a short-term prediction. And then we're going to do the long-term 2025 bull run prediction. All right. So looking at the short-term prediction, right now Zora is pulling back to 6 cents. So if you actually look at this, we're on the daily chart here. The MACD is super bearish, and we are selling off on the MACD, coming off of an overbought area, way overbought. And now you are seeing we are super bearish here inside of the MACD. So we have just now had a pretty big pullback from this area up here from the 25th down to where we are now. So total, that right there is 40%. And then if you want to take that from the all-time high up here all the way down to where we are currently, we're actually looking at 50%. So we are down 50% inside of Zora, but we're going to go down a little bit more because we are about to hit that 0.065 area. So that 6 cents area, that's going to be a whole 55% down from the top once we hit 6 cents down here. So we have pretty good support here at this point, 6.5 area. So if we continue to pull back down, we will hit that area. And the nice thing about hitting that 0.065 area is if we hit that level and then we go up here to 20 cents, that's 200% alone. That gain all the way down here from 0.065 all the way up to 20 cents, that is literally a 200% gain by itself. So that's pretty big. It's pretty good. And that is just, just the tip of the iceberg. And then when you look at the 4-hour chart here, we are kind of getting oversold almost on the 4-hour chart, but there's still more room for it to sell. There's still more selling pressure to come. The percent R trend exhaustion is almost completely exhausted to the downside here for Zora, but we are going to see a little bit more drops here. We're pretty much coming down here to this 0.065 area. And if you want to talk about where we can get down to, like at the least, not even really at the least, but what we have a possibility of seeing, we do have a possibility of pulling back to this support at 5 cents. So look out for 6 cents and 5 cents. But once we either hit this support at 6 cents or hit this support at 5 cents, one of these levels, we are going to have a massive bounce. And that is going to be what brings us up to 20 cents. So we should be doing 20 cents soon. So if you get in at 6 cents, you are looking at a 200% gain right there. But if you get in a little bit further down here, right? If you get in all the way down here at 5 cents, now you're looking at a 275% gain. So it just depends if you want to hold out until 5 cents, because we might not actually reach 5 cents. We might stop at 6 cents. So remember, there's multiple ways that you could spin this, right? But that's just one thing. That's the short term prediction. Like the short term prediction, we're pulling back to 5 cents or 6 cents, and then we're going up to 20 cents, right? That's short term. But what we want to see is where are we going in the long term with Zora? Are we going to continue to run? And what I will say is, yes, I do believe that we can continue to run inside of Zora. I want to show you guys something. Some people will say that, hey, this isn't realistic. Some people will say that you're not giving it enough credit. Some people will tell me that, my prediction is a little off and that is too low because I like to do realistic price predictions. I don't like to be one of those people that says Zora to Zora to $20, Zora to $100. Like Zora's going to $100. Like, no, it's not going to $100 right now. Like, and just to kind of, no one, I haven't seen anyone say Zora to $100. I have seen $20, but I'm just kind of throwing the $100 number out there because $100 Zora would be a stupid market cap. It would be stupid. It would be 324 billion. So we're not doing $100 anytime soon. And then $20 Zora, 64 billion. I personally believe we're not doing $20 Zora anytime soon either. It is so hard for a solid project like Cardano to maintain these types of prices, and different projects too, like BNB is literally tied to Binance. It is so difficult for it to maintain these types of prices. What makes you think Zora can just instantly get up there and it just kind of started? Like, let's be realistic here. I think Zora has a lot of potential, but we're not seeing $20 this bull run. And mind you, this bull run is probably going to end at the end of this year, going into the beginning of next year. January might be a little bullish, but going into February and on in the next year, like this bull run probably has at the most 6 months left, right? We got September, we got August, we got October, we got November, we got September, August, or not August, September, October, November, December. Okay, I don't know why we're already done with August. All right, we got 4 months, and then January possibly we're gonna get some possible moves in January, possibly 5 or 6. But 4 months is what I'm really predicting here with our bull market. 4 months left, 4 to 6 months, with 4 months being the more likely, or 5. Anyways, $64.9 billion. Like, come on, we're not doing that. $20, unrealistic. Now, $10 Zora, 32 billion in the future. Maybe for the next bull run, 32 billion could be possible. But I'm gonna go ahead and say no. Like, no, we're not doing 32 billion for this bull run. I'm gonna be 100% realistic with this. $5, which is 16 billion in market cap. Yeah, this is where you guys are gonna start getting mad at me. I don't think we're doing 16 billion by the end of this year. I don't think we're doing $16 billion market cap by the end of this year. Sorry, we're not doing that by the end of the year. It is what it is. Some people are gonna get mad, but I gotta be realistic here. We're not doing that by the end of the year. I'm just gonna go ahead and have you guys not wait anymore. You already know what I'm gonna say. $1. Come on, let's be realistic. $1, guys. All right, $1 is what I believe Zora can do here by the end of 2025. That's what we're talking about. This bull run for 2025. By the end of 2025, I think we can do 3.2 billion. I was gonna say $2, but then 6.5 billion. I don't think we can do that right now. I just don't. But 3.2 billion by the end of the year, and this is at the most. I think at the most we're gonna do $1. So people are really gonna get pissed at me for this. I don't care. I really don't care. Look, y'all can get mad all you want. $1 at the most by the end of the year, at the very most. And then if you come over here, 50 cents, boom, at the least. All right. So this is my prediction for Zora for the end of 2025 bull run. 50 cents at the very least, 1.6 billion, or not even at the very least, almost like average. But at the least, 50 cents, which is 1.6 billion in market cap, at the most, $1, which is $3.2 billion market cap. So 50 cents at the least, $1 at the most. 50 cents at the least, $1 at the most. Okay, that's what we gotta look out for Zora. I'm shooting more towards $1. It's a psychological price number, so I think it will do $1. So yeah, let's push for $1. And to show you guys the percentage, this is what I was trying to show you guys from where we are now, or from where we are pulling back to, not from where we are now. Where we are, actually, yeah, from where we are now, at 7 cents. Really, I should do from where we are pulling back to, because we probably are going to reach 6 cents here pretty soon. So I'm going to do it from 0.065, okay? So we're going to go from 0.065, because that's where we're pulling back to, all the way up to $1, okay? And this is our dollar range up here. And boom, there we are. So 1400%. That's pretty much what we're looking at with Zora right now, is a possible 1400% gain. So that's what we gotta watch out here for Zora. Again, 1400%. I know a lot of people are probably looking at me like, man, you don't give good price predictions, but people just wanna see ridiculous numbers, because they wanna feel good. They wanna feel like their $1,000 can turn into $1 million. Everyone wants their 1,000 to turn into $1 million, but it's not gonna happen for everyone. It's not going to happen. Okay, it does not happen like that all the time in the market, and most of the times it will not act that way. It will not respond that way most of the time. So you guys, you kind of got to be more realistic with the price predictions, and that's kind of why I'm bringing this price prediction to you guys, because it's such a realistic one. I don't like to be unrealistic about it, but it is what it is. But yeah, 1400%. We're looking at 15x from here. So $15,000 off of $1,000. I think that can be done even at this point in Zora when it pulls back to 0.065. If it goes up to $1, this is what you guys are looking at right here. And just to kind of show you guys the math is mathing. You might not think that math is mathing. $1,000 divided by 0.065. That's the current, not the current, but that's where we're pulling back to. So that's why I'm doing this. So that's where we're pulling back to 15,385 coins. Obviously, anything multiplied by $1 is itself. So $15,000, that's a 15x. Like I said, Zora, $1 price prediction, 15x, 1400%. Let's get it. This is all I got for you all today, though. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about this price prediction. Do you think it's realistic? Do you think it's unrealistic? Whatever you think, let me know in the comments below. And as always, I'll be back with another video.